Man.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Trent? This is the last episode I'm doing today.
Yes, sir.
What?
I'm good, man.
What time is it?
Man.
Really?
Probably like 5.
You got to watch.
5:23. Oh, I do.
Oh, my goodness.
My fault. I don't know. It's habit. 5:23.
Yeah, I may get some of that Thai food on like the way home.
Oh, yeah, man.
Dip it and stuff like that. And then just ride home from there.
I love that Thai place, man. I love that Thai place. I haven't been.
You haven't been? The last time you been? Was the last time I paid for the food that day?
No. I've never been.
Okay. My fault.
No, that's my go-to. They know me.
They are like.
I go in there. They're like, hey.
They are your Chick-fil-A basically.
What do you mean?
You know how like for some people, whenever they hungry and they don't know what they want to eat, their like default place to go to is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I got a couple places, but that's probably top one. Top one, if not Ikiben. If you guys don't know about Ikiben from Baltimore, man, best chicken sandwich you will ever have.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I haven't eaten out all month.
I see you with a smoothie earlier today.
Yeah,
like you back in your health kick or something?
Kind of, but it was like I was eating out too much.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't working out enough.
You gained weight?
Man. Like I gained weight. My metabolism slowed down.
Oh, really?
So I was gaining weight while I was at the gym, but usually when I stop going to the gym, I lose all that weight. Like I'm usually around 190 when I'm not at the gym. Mm-hmm. I'm at like 210.
Okay, nice.
210. So I'm like, damn,
but
and my muscle's gone. So it's like,
listen,
it's not muscles.
I hate when people be like, my muscle's gone, but that's when they go. That's when they go to the beach and they got a 6-pack and stuff like that.
No, I don't have a 6-pack.
Oh my goodness.
I don't.
But you don't have a beer gut though.
Oh no. Like it got to a point where there was a picture I was looking at, or I did. There was two things. The picture I was looking at, I was like, dang, I see a little ball just coming from my shirt, and I did the chest stomach thing, and I kept doing this.
Really?
I was like, oh, I just woke up though, so it can't be bloated. I started. I was like, I can't.
And from then you started running in the rain.
I started running. I stopped eating out. I was like, I gotta do a reset.
Come on, join me, man. I'm like 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah, that's why I joined you, and you disappeared. I'm like, where you at? I was like, man, I'm back in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
Listen here, I already told you, listen, you over here making fun of me, said I'm trying to look like Omar, y'all. Oh, yeah.
Nah, I'm hip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hip. I'm
going to pop up on y'all niggas.
I'm hip.
Once I catch my rhythm, y'all in trouble, okay?
I'm hip.
Y'all in trouble. You're like,
this man, you still got the ears pierced?
Of course.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're going to have a nose piercing.
I'm not getting nose piercing.
Yeah, okay. That's what it is. I didn't think you would grow your hair this long.
My hair is pretty long.
Hey, I didn't even think you would grow out your beard. I asked you to grow out your beard. I was like, yo, you should do it. You was like, it's too itchy. Look at this man.
It's still itchy.
What was it? What were you doing when you sent me a pic? I was like, this guy trying to be Omarion.
Also, no, I show you my twist, my fresh twist.
Oh.
It is funny. Friends never comment each other like, oh, it looks nice. They just like, look at him.
Niggas always dissing.
Oh yeah, and then I got myself some. I don't got it on me, but gold chains. But not Cubans. Like you talk about the gold chains. No. I don't like those type of gold chains.
Oh, you don't like a Cuban?
I do want a Cuban, but I can't afford a Cuban.
Okay,
a real one. But I don't want a chain that's on the outside. I always want a chain that like I never take off, but it's always like on the inside and stuff like that.
For
what?
Like why is it on the inside? I'm trying to understand.
Because I like to wear my chains on the inside. Have you ever seen a guy wear a chain on the outside? Like a guy wear a turtleneck and then he got his chain on the outside? That don't look good. Does
a chain on the inside mean anything?
It does.
You can't see it.
But the one who's supposed to see it sees it, okay?
Who?
My wife.
Just put it on before y'all.
No, I just
It's like it's time. Alright, give me
Dude, you know what?
I'm ready.
No, it's not even that because I'm like, hey, can you
can you cut this real quick for me?
The whole time, the smart way to do it, just turn it around to the front and do it in the front.
That's so true.
No,
but still.
Yeah. I got 2 angel wings.
Okay.
2 angel wings with 2 different lengths.
Mean anything? You don't gotta tell us what it means.
I I could lie, just be like, and be that's like, fair. I can lie, just be like, oh yeah, one for my mother, one for my father.
That's what I thought you were.
The truth is, it just look cool. Yeah. Out of all the options, kind of remind me like, why you got the banana.
No, that's lit.
Out of all the other options, that was the best option.
It was. I don't want. What else there?
A moon,
a thunderbolt. I ain't want that. I'm like, at least let's have two different colors. Exactly. Like thunderbolt is just yellow.
Yeah. Right? So like with this one, out of the options that they had, that was the coolest looking one. Okay. Because the other one was a Cuban, but it's not a real Cuban. So it's like, if it's not real, don't wear it. Don't wear it. Exactly. So. No, man, I'm getting my wardrobe game up. Not this episode, but like I told you, I'm gonna start dressing up. I'm gonna start. Of course, I'm gonna wear my engagement ring or my wedding band. I might buy. This could be the first time Blair hears this. I might buy myself a gold band because my band is silver. I may just go to the pawn shop and give me a gold band. Okay. Because I'm like,
I like gold.
I'm like, if I'm wearing gold, silver. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But you saying like just for the wedding?
No. I'm talking about like for over. Like I'm just talking about like just period. Like so, like if I'm wearing gold accessories, I just put on a gold band. Out. Yeah, but my real band's gonna be silver. I don't know if she gonna like that, but I brought it. So
I mean, it means the same, man.
Yeah.
We love you, man.
But anything on your mind for this episode?
Yeah, man. I think what I wanted to talk about was, do you think, well, let me ask you.
What's up?
Who should you get financial advice from? Or who were you allowed to give you financial advice?
I would think a financial advisor.
Let's say you can't afford it. Because a lot of people can't just go up and get a financial advisor.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you learn finance from? Let's say your parents didn't teach you. Mm-hmm. You want to invest your money. People are telling you should invest your money. You should invest your money. You don't got the funds. Maybe you're young, or maybe you try and save as much money as you possibly can. You don't got the funds to get a financial advisor.
Right.
Who do you go to get financial advice?
I think usually in that moment you try to go to somebody. Hopefully you know somebody.
Okay.
So usually. Well, depending what type of family, I'm just blessed to have somebody successful in my family. Yeah. You just go to them and try to talk to them and get what you know if they're willing to share. But if it's no one in my proximity and I can't afford it, you can't go to nobody. You just gotta learn by mistakes. You get what I'm saying? You gotta.
But can people afford to learn by mistakes?
That's how most people learn. It's by mistakes.
Yeah, but that's, I don't know, like. The thing is, if you have, let's say, for example, because let's put some real people in there. Not real people, but let's put like a scenario out there.
Okay.
Let's say you got one kid, maybe a wife.
Okay.
Maybe you guys are a young family, 24, 25.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, I want to be able to make sure I'm good after retirement, or I'm good, in my old age, and as well as like. I have a safety net for my kids and my wife.
Now stop there. Where did that thought come from?
I don't know. I was just
no, because I'm like usually where that thought come from. That's where they usually going to go to get the resource. So if they watch something and they be like, you need to buy Bitcoin to secure basically everything you said, then most time than not, whatever the source was that idea come from, they gonna go to Bitcoin.
Well, you know how today is. Everybody's playing ideas.
Of course.
Like I don't even know who started the LLC.
There are people out here who are. I don't even know if they're real like realtors or real like real estate people. Facts. There's people out here telling you that you don't even need this and this and this and this and this to get a house. And then you go in the comments and you see like someone who is a real realtor and be like, they're lying to you. This is not true. Like you're taking half the truth, but it doesn't apply to this. This loan doesn't go with this. This doesn't go with that. So everybody have their way, but unless you actually know somebody, you're gonna get whatever information you can get. That's why I say I think a lot of people just learn by doing it by themselves and failing. And just diving straight into it. Asking somebody who may know the answer is a privilege.
That's what I'm.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that. So like that's why I'm like most people don't have a person to
even ask
for free.
Done it, yeah, exactly.
So that's why I'm like more times than not, you will find more people who just dive into it and they learn by mistakes.
You always have that trope of the old head who still lives in like the same neighborhood as the young kids.
Okay.
And the old head's telling them what to do. Or even like the school teachers, like, yo, y'all need to do this and that when y'all get out there. Or if somebody start making money at a young age, you got the old head that, it's like, yo, you need to do this and do that with your money and put it here. And I'm like, I'm richer than you. Like, how you gonna tell me? Do you think that's fair to put on somebody old? Because maybe they learned from their mistakes. Or maybe they saw so many other people. Maybe they never was blessed to have an opportunity to even have the money to do the moves that they're talking about. Do you think it's fair for somebody to say, hey, you didn't do it, so I'm not going to take financial advice from you?
I think with money, I think that is fair. I think that's money is the way of life. You can't buy nothing with money. You know what I'm saying? I can take marriage advice from someone who's not married, who's probably divorced, who probably been married, divorced. Okay, yeah. You get what I'm saying?
What do you do, so?
Exactly. So if I want to word it that way, you get what I'm saying? But when it comes to money, and you my neighbor, I'm struggling, you struggling. It's like no, money is such a prove it thing. That's why like you got the money phones out here. I got money, so like money is not something that most people would just take your word for it without proof. That's why people get caught in scams. The first thing that they say is, "Look how much money I made," and then, "Do you want to be like me? Do you want to make this money? I made $2,000 in 2 minutes." You know what I'm saying? Then my whole thing is, if this was such easy information, everybody would do it and nobody be broke.
How do these people feel? Because we talked about confidence the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the other day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, we talked about confidence when we was talking about Deion Sanders and how have we ever seen anybody else be confident? And the only other people we could kind of point to were like scammers.
Con artists, yep.
Con artists.
That's basically what you said.
And I feel like even when I be seeing all these people on social media talk out about like you need an LLC or you don't even need all that. All you have to do is go here and go there. The way they speak about it, like if I didn't know the information, I would believe them.
Of course.
Because they just say it with such confidence. And even though you might not know who this guy is, you might not, never seen him before, or you don't. But it seems like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, but that's not the only influence that's happening either.
What do you mean?
Their confidence is not the only thing that's in the equation. Your desperation is also is part of that equation too. So if someone who makes money their way, and then they hear somebody else making money their way, they're like, well, my way's not broken. Like I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you someone who don't have money and who's in need of money, anything that sounds like a quick fix gonna sound amazing. Even like your discernment is gonna go is shot because you're desperate for it, and like you shouldn't make any decisions when you're desperate. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's not only confidence, cause
I see.
It's like it's confidence to someone who's in need. But if you're talking to someone who's not in need, they kind of listen to you with a different ear to see if you make sense. Like you ain't really making sense. And then you move on to the next group of the people who actually know the truth, and they be like, "Stop."
Yeah, that's a lie.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's not how it works.
So it's not only just confidence; it's like desperation. That's why money is such a tricky thing. That's why that's where scammers come from. That's where the whole idea of scamming come from. I'm going to trick people who are in need. You get what I'm saying? Who are desperate for something.
Yes, but also people who are not that desperate get tricked too. Like, for example, right?
What's up?
I was watching the whole DJ Envy. Everything is alleged, so don't sue me, DJ Envy. But I was watching the whole DJ Envy and Cesar, Pina, whatever his name is, scandal. And, this guy who, DJ Envy introduced to the world, claimed that he had $50 million in real estate. He has all these homes that he's about to renovate. And, because now he's getting popping and people believe that he's a mogul, people start investing in him. Now, you're saying that people are desperate. Cool. But the money that people were giving him didn't seem like desperate money. We talking about 150,000.
Define desperate though.
Million, but
desperate.
What do you mean?
I didn't say broke. I said desperate.
What's the difference between desperate and broke?
Like, for example, there's people who makes a good living, but I don't want to speak in church terms, but they worship money, and they're like, no money is ever enough. So I'm going to, like, I need to be a millionaire, or I need to have this much money, even though they have enough money to support their lifestyle and things like that. But they're like, you know what? I need more, so I'm gonna invest my whole life savings in this whole thing. That's not a smart decision.
Yeah,
that's a desperate decision. You know what I'm saying?
But is it desperate if you don't need it?
No, it's
greedy.
Okay, then maybe I'm using the wrong adjective. You get what I'm saying?
I do agree with you there, but I would separate desperate from greed, because there are a desperate group, whereas like the MLM, the multi-level marketing, would probably appeal to a desperate group. Whereas like what I'm doing right now is not working. Like I can't make ends meet. Somebody's selling me a dream, I'm gonna try to pursue that dream. Or like, oh, I'm gonna do the money circle of life, or whatever they call that thing. Whereas we put $50 in after 4 weeks, and you get other people to join this money circle, you would get like $250. Like those are like, I understand, desperate. But if you doing well and you don't need the money, I don't know if I could call that desperate.
Maybe greedy is the better word. Because for me, for someone who's already, well, not me, but I'm just saying, if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't be taking big risk. Like I wouldn't be taking that much of a risk to where it's like, oh, I'm going to give you large sums of cash.
But when will you ever take that risk?
To invest.
But when will you ever take that risk?
I only take that risk if I got nothing to lose. But if I'm a millionaire, I got everything. I got everything to lose.
But can you take a big risk if you got nothing to lose? What do you mean?
Like if I'm building up and I'm taking small risk, and the more those risks work for me, I'm able to get more cash and more cash and more cash. And now I got cash to where my money, to where the more cash I get or the more wins I get, I don't have to take the big home run things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? If I'm a millionaire, I am not trusting, and this is not particular to a person, but if I'm a millionaire, I don't need to take a risk to become a billionaire. I'd be like, everything I have, everything I want in life, I got or I can achieve right now. I don't need to make such a large investment to where, like, if you give me $10 million, Chris, within 10 years you will have $50 million. I'm like, I don't need $50 million. Like, just give me the regular investment to where I invest $1 million, I get $250,000 in the market every year. I'm good for the rest of my life. I already bought everything I need.
Yeah, maybe. I hope that's the case. You hear these millionaires, and maybe this is something that you need to talk to yourself about now before the money comes.
Because money do.
Because you know, once usually what happens, people get more money, people's expenses
get higher.
And so the more money you get, the more, you know, you start to get, or the world opens up to you, and the more your taste starts to evolve. And so now
my whole palate is different.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you was like, even I even used me as an example. I was sad. I love Walmart. I love groceries, shopping, clothes. Now I shop at Whole Foods. I never thought that day came. You know, it's only been a month I've been shopping at Whole Foods. But it started with shopping at Safeway, and now shopping at Whole Foods. And that's that at this level. I'm talking. You know, you have people that maybe, a basement party was cool, but now they're throwing yacht parties. You know, how do you know that you won't fall into that same trap?
I hope I don't. But like, I don't need $1 billion.
I remember Gilbert Arenas. They asked him, "Would you trade in that $50 million you got for a ring?" He said no.
Yeah, that's a dumb question.
Why? Because
there's no expectation for Gilbert Arenas to have a ring. Like, he's not LeBron James.
But
it's $50 million. Like you play basketball, Gilbert Arenas, to support your family.
But he already made 120.
LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying.
But listen, LeBron,
why do you need $50 million if you have 120?
Because his cap may be. I understand the logic there, but I'm stuck on the basketball part, right? I'm stuck on the basketball.
Sportsman.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Like LeBron, he needs rings.
Yeah.
Because people would look at his career as a failure.
Yeah.
If he don't have multiple rings.
Yeah.
Because LeBron, you're going to be a billionaire. Period.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That was never an option for Gilbert Arenas to be a billionaire. He was never going to be the star of the league. His talent or the expectation.
Well, he was the star, dude. Oh, well, not the league.
He was never a star.
Of the team.
Of the Wizards. Like he was never a Steph Curry. You get what I'm saying? So
but he was a star. He was a star.
When I say star of the league, I mean the face of the league.
Okay.
Meaning there was no expectation on Gilbert Arenas to win a ring.
Let me ask you though.
What's up?
Because we're not gonna stay too long on the sports conversation. But you have Charles Barkley,
yeah,
who never won a ring, and he was never the star. But you see how
he was never the star of what?
Of the league. He wasn't the face of the league.
He won MVP.
But he wasn't the face of the league.
Okay.
Come on, stop it. We're not gonna do this.
You know, we talking Charles Barkley like one of the probably top 20 players of all time, compared to Gilbert Arenas, who's not top 50.
Charles Barkley is top 20.
Yes, he's very good.
He was good. Top 20.
Maybe if I'm being nice, 25.
All right.
But
I'm saying
I understand your logic.
He never won a ring himself. Mm-hmm. And so my thing is like, okay. Oh, I'm gonna get off the sports stuff. The fact that $50 million was more worth than like at that level, I'm thinking like, why do I need another $50 million? Mm-hmm. Like, I would like to experience the championship that I led my team in. Like, I would like to experience that, and who knows what that would have done for my career if you don't think him bringing a chip to the DC. As the star player? Come on. You see what they doing with Kawhi? Kawhi's not a top 25.
He's not, but he's a top 50 player.
Hey, we'll be saying the same thing about Gil.
We won't.
Come on.
Kyle Lowry won, and he is Toronto Raptors. The year that Kawhi won with the Raptors, no one speaks of Kyle Lowry as like, oh my goodness, your legacy is so much different. Like, I mean, granted, I'm not trying to stick on it. I understand your whole logic of if you have 50, what's compared to 50 if you already made 100 million?
But the thing is, it matters to people. Yes. Even at that level. To me, 50 million. I don't need no championship ring. Give me 50 million right now. I don't care. I could lose everything as long as you give me 50 million. like except for my family.
Okay.
My family, my loved ones, my friends. I don't.
You already killed me.
No. I here's the money back.
You a witch.
But for somebody at that level who already has 120 mil, I'm thinking like 50 mil is not that more. Like, I already got everything I need. 50 mil is not going to change anything else in my life. So for people at that level, I don't know what it is, and I don't know. And we talked about this before, but when you in the business of making money, I feel like when you get to 100 mil, even 50 mil, I feel like you have to love money to even be able to make that money.
Really?
You don't think so?
It depends. Like, for example, the person I think of is Kevin Hart. He said Kevin Hart is he said himself he's a mogul, and guess what? We all can say, like, he's definitely a superstar. Yeah. Right? He said he has fear that he's gonna be broke one day. And to someone on the outside looking in, I'm like, how?
How? Yeah.
Like how long is this underdog story is gonna happen? Like, now it's almost to the point where you probably have money more years than the years you didn't have money. So like, how can that still be your mentality? And to me, I'm like, that's a desperate mentality. And that makes you do desperate things that makes no sense, because you're not the underdog no more. You're not in a studio apartment no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not living out your car no more. You should move as if you have hundreds of millions of dollars, and not make desperate moves of like, oh, I cannot lose this money ever. Dude, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like. Yeah.
That makes sense to me. You know, the only thing is I don't see Kevin Hart making the same moves as some of these people that are
no, he's not. But shout out to Kevin Hart. I'm a big fan of Kevin Hart. I'm a big fan. I didn't like the last interview he did, but
what happened in Vancouver?
That's when he just got injured because he raced the NFL player.
Oh,
and he pulled something.
Yeah, but
he had a show in Vancouver. He was only on stage for like 20 minutes. So they was like, you give us a bad show because
I'm thinking it was like he bombed or something.
No, he basically talked about his injury and then he ended the show.
Give them their money back.
He probably already did, but you know.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, so Kevin Hart is weird because he doesn't. I would say his need to have his money would make him, or I would think would make him double check.
Okay.
Everything like.
Especially since he had IRS trouble before, so he probably really on top of it. Hopefully, God willing.
But yeah, I don't know what it is with people trusting people, and I don't know like outside of the confidence because I can't. Who can I go to for $150,000 loan to invest in? I would like to give me the money. I tell you the truth. I would make sure you get your money back.
Really?
If you give me $150 to invest,
how can you promise that?
Nigga, I ain't doing no risky investments. I'm double checking every investment.
My man said index funds all the way.
And I'm putting that joint in a high yielding savings account where they're getting 4% every year. I'm putting that joint in there for a little bit. I'm like, hey, worst case, you're gonna get 4% of your money back. And if this doesn't work out, I'm giving them. I'm taking out loans in my house. I'm taking out because I don't feel comfortable taking people's money like that. But I don't have. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, or it's just that it's not
a confidence thing. You just don't know.
But these people are just scamming. Yet people are trusting them with their money.
But you understand something? They know they don't know. That's why they're scammers. They know they're scamming. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it also goes back to how we view celebrities. People are willing to trust a celebrity more than they're willing to trust. I saw a video. I forgot who was performing. Somebody passed their baby up to
that's wild.
to the celebrity that was performing on stage and stuff like that. I think this was Coachella or something like that. They passed their baby up there. We worship. We idolize these.
It was like, who baby is this?
We idolize celebrities, so we just think like, yo. We see celebrities. We see how they live. Oh, Envy got all these cars, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He got all these cars. No. I'm just saying allegedly. Like, if I'm bringing up Envy, I'm just saying like.
Oh yeah, just to get
the whole case. Allegedly, Envy. Nobody's speaking bad about you.
His name is DJ Envy. Allegedly.
DJ Envy. Yeah, exactly. You got all these cars. Oh, you got all these cars because you did this. You got all these cars because you did that. And granted, some people probably gave money that they didn't have. Some people probably took loans out to get this money. Yeah. And it's not like these are like this their liquid cash. Yeah. They're just like, hey, I'm going to get in quick debt right now because I know I'm going to be like Envy. At the end, or I'm going to be like Cesar. They're going to be having $50 million assets and things. The next thing you know, he ain't had no money. He take your money because you giving him your money. And then next thing you know, he rich.
The sad thing about this is that the people that usually, and I'm not just talking about like rich or poor, but most of the people that usually get scammed or usually suffer the most from the scam are people that really want to learn.
You think so?
I believe so.
I don't think so. Because trust me, there's advice out there that's completely opposite than what people are telling you to do. Listen to Warren Buffett.
But the thing is,
and I'm only using him as an example. I'm not using him as the god of investing. But
I feel you, but Warren Buffett is. So
I understand
when you see somebody like this who you think is talking like about being smart about, they're like, yeah, invest your money in stocks. You should do that. Yeah, invest your money in real estate. You should do that. Also, invest your money in my Bitcoin. It's like, oh, okay. He's telling me to do smart decisions. And the people that are, because you could easily, and the thing is like, instead of going to that vacation, do something positive with your money. Put in a black, and that's the other thing about it being from our people. It's like put in a black real estate fund.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
Where we could use it and build out the community.
I wouldn't do that.
And so it seems like these are people who either want to work with black people. They might not have the education to know what's a scam, what's not, but also want to do better with their lives. That's what it seems like.
Possibly.
Right? the sad part is that because there's not so many people that look like us who are honest educators, I feel like these people are what am I trying to say? Because they're willing to learn or willing to take a risk to do better, they're being manipulated by our own people. And it's unfortunate for me, or I feel like it's unfortunate because like you said, if you want to invest, do the education, do the learning, do what you.
It's all the hard work. Like the reason why I don't feel bad is because whatever you try to do in a quick.
And you also say you're gonna make mistakes.
But listen, what I'm saying. No, and hopefully you learn and you do better next time. But if you fall for that. And there's people that learn from their own mistakes and people that learn from the mistake of others.
That's fair.
I learned that there's no such thing as fast cash. There's no such thing as fast cash. So if you come to me talking about like in 1 month, I could yield you $15,000, I already eliminated you from my plan. Off top. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that you can tell me. Most of the time you see there was a big thing that was going on during our time when we was teenagers. Was it called Wake Up? Or was it called? It was a multi-level marketing, to where it was
Wolf game.
It was something, right? And guess what? If you just sell me these people, I don't fall for anybody who is being sold by the lifestyle. I don't feel sorry for you at all, because if you start off your speech and you fall for, look at how I look at my cars, look at my house. Look at my women.
Question.
I don't fall for any of that.
How do you know they're doing it then?
What do you mean?
Like, if they're not showing you the lifestyle, how do you know that these people are legit? Like, how do you know to take advice from somebody? Because I'm like for example, the classic example is the teacher. Why would I learn from a teacher who's driving or living a lifestyle that I don't want? And that's why going back to my last question, is it possible to learn from somebody who's not financially at where you want to be? So if somebody's not showing you a lifestyle, how do you know that this person is qualified to give me advice about reaching a lifestyle that I want that looks similar to that one?
I guess you really never know. I guess I'm trying to put myself back into like... Because we've seen scammers throughout our whole life. So it's kind of hard for me to see what came first, the chicken or the egg. I feel like scammers, they all got the same move. So I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of someone who don't know nothing about it at all and they just seeing it for the first time. It's kind of hard to do that. But
I would say these scammers are smarter. Because scammers back in the day...
Maybe I'm smarter. I don't know. Like maybe. I don't be falling for any of it. Like, especially just like trading and things like that. Like, stop it.
Somebody I used to talk to, she was in that Forex thing. And so Forex is making the difference between two different currencies. So you buy one currency and then you sell it for another currency. Usually it's US with somebody else. And you get that difference because it might jump during the time. Anyways, when she talked about Forex and she was telling me how it goes, apparently all they do is is a monthly fee. So it's a group of them. It's a monthly fee. And I think every Tuesday or every Wednesday, they all get on a Zoom call. And the guy would tell them when to put their money in and when to take the money out. And sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money. And so she's like, yeah, I made like $55 this week. Oh, damn, I lost like $25 this week. She don't know what she's doing. All she's doing is listening to the guy on Zoom. And before the Zoom call, they would play like mad trap, mad R&B. And it was like, all right, you guys ready? You guys ready to go? And,
and you feel sorry for her?
Yes.
She don't sound like a fool to you?
Only because I know better. But like if I
some people are the hammer, some people are the nail. And maybe it takes people like that for me to see on like the outside and be like, don't fall for this, Chris. If, like, for example, if I was to fall for something like that, you wouldn't respect me, bro. Stop it.
I would tell you that's a scam.
You'd be like, bro, that's stupid.
But I wouldn't say that's stupid. I was like, that's a scam. Now you kept going. I was like, that's stupid. I'm like, yo, it's her money. She was really excited about it. That's the other thing. I don't like if like you and me, I'm like I feel like I'm gonna protect you if I can. And if you want to do what you want to do afterwards, cool. But I'm gonna be like, yo. With her, she was like, "Yo, I'm back. I'm trying to invest my money now." At the end of the day,
even if you're trying to protect me and I continue to still
DoorDash too.
Was she dashing?
There was one time she used to call crying. She's like, "I'm just not making any money." And this one had a job, so there's nothing I can do for her. Mm-hmm. But she was like, "I'm just not making any money. I went to this house and I only got tipped $2." I'm like, damn.
I'm not laughing at your situation, but
I was like, dang. But yeah, I mean, but then she, she started getting a little hip to the DoorDash, and she wanted to make a little bit more extra money. And I was like, hey, she's like, I know people, I know I don't really understand this, but I'm trying to learn. At the time, I didn't know what it was. I thought she was really doing Forex. I told her, for me, it was like gambling, so I stopped. But I was doing real Forex. Uh-huh. But the thing is, like, there's so many of these people who are just trying to do better. It's not like they're trying to get rich fast. It's not, and I think that's the thing.
I hope that's not the motivation.
They're not trying to get rich fast. Even like the multi-level marketing, people would tell them, if you want to get where we are, it's going to take a lot of work. And people are willing to sign up for that because they want to get where they are at.
But at the end of the day, what is the goal, though? The goal is not just to, just because... Like, even though they say it would take you a while, but what's at the top of the pyramid?
But that's everybody.
$1 million.
But everybody's trying to do that.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody. But people who are working hard, their goal is to be financially well off. Yeah. Like, nobody's working hard just to work hard for the rest of their life.
Facts.
So the thing is like, they're like, okay, what I've been doing, which is working my 9 to 5, hasn't done anything for me for the last couple of years that I've been doing this.
True.
Let me try something different. Oh, you saying that this whether it's multi-level marketing, whether it's me investing in real estate in your fund, whether it's me buying your crypto coin, whether it's me opening up an LLC and joining your mentorship program, whether it's me doing this drop shipping and building this and taking your course to learn how to set all that up. True. If that's what I need to do to better my life, because the things that I've been doing for the last 2, 3, 4, 10 years haven't been working,
I'm doing that.
Let me try it. And the thing is, these people get screwed over and over again.
Now, what's the difference between someone that's in that same situation? What's the difference between someone that's in that same situation, the exact same situation, but instead of them doing Forex or things like that, they go and they study something, and they actually invest correctly, and they actually I don't want to say fall for the trap because I'm not trying to lead the witness, but what's the difference between those that do fall for it and those that are in the same position and don't fall for it? That'd be like, you know what, I don't want to do this.
I don't know how much you're gonna like my answer.
Here we go.
This I don't even know the context this was in, but it wasn't in slavery. But they did use a slavery metaphor to talk about a situation. I think it was about, how do certain black people become successful versus others not being successful. And the person said, well, just because a couple of slaves ran from their plantation and became free doesn't mean everybody has the ability to do that.
That's true.
And the fact that not everybody has that ability to do that means that not everybody's going to try to do those things. So I think certain people are just smarter than because they're in a certain circumstance, they might just have the wits or even just the instinct to know what doesn't seem right.
It don't feel right.
Yeah.
But even though they can't prove that it's not right, things like that, it's just a feeling.
It's just a feeling. It's like, this doesn't make quite sense. Or they have some critical thinking, brains. Or maybe they have somebody they talk. Who knows, right? Or they seen something and maybe it's luck. Sometimes it might just be luck.
But basically, I shouldn't just praise the ones that didn't fall for it and then blame the ones that how come you didn't get it because these didn't get it.
It could been easy as yo, have you talked about investing? And they talk to somebody and someone's like, you know what you should do? You should invest in a index fund. It's like, what's an index fund? And that one conversation led them down a whole, path of I'm gonna look up an index fund. Oh, there's blue chips. Oh, you could do this on certain apps. Let me get these apps. Oh, okay, let me do, and so now they're reading Warren Buffett, all that just from a simple conversation versus somebody else, their conversation is like, you trying to change your life? You should come and do
I'm trying to change my life. Yeah.
There's something called N-Way, come in, we talk, you trying
So basically you saying at the end of the day, I should always just blame the scammer.
I think so, man. I mean, I want to say people should know better, but these people are good. And the only reason people don't like me, I don't think if I didn't know what I knew when I was going to some of these things, I think I would have fell for it when I hit straight out of high school. Maybe that's God blessing me. Cause he was like, yo, anybody know about Cutco?
But
Vector?
But what was your motivation for that?
I was straight out of high school. They said they were paying $18 an hour.
$18 an hour back then.
Hey, I was like, what? Because minimum wage back then was like $6, $7. $18 an hour. I was like, what is that? And so, I went there. They did training. It was a 3-day training. They told us all you had to do is sell knives. And then I did my first sell, and it was the hardest thing ever. I was like, I'm not built for this. But it was one of those. It was a learning experience because then I saw the same thing, and it wasn't knives.
But it was just a different product. Same template.
It was in college. I was like, oh, this is kind of like that thing, but I'm not good at this. I'm not going to rock with it. Then I saw it again. And then my sister fell for it.
So sometimes you gotta be exposed to it, and then you build some.
Oh, I know what this is.
You kind of build some antibodies toward it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this doesn't work. And then now you see on IG and you see people talking about, hey, I'm trying to sell this, and then you see them a couple months later not talking about that thing ever again. I guess that didn't work for that person.
Straight up delete the page and stuff like that.
So for me, it was being exposed to these things. But if I wasn't exposed to this, and I saw one of these things now, because back then you saw a flyer, and then you went to the info session. Now it's on your YouTube video. So when you watching a video, maybe these kids now. I never had a Cosnet growing up. There was no such thing as a Phantom, or even if you go a couple years back.
But it wasn't to that level.
Who?
Was it Fred?
Ain't nobody looking at Fred, man. Nobody looking at Fred. But even then, you don't see Fred's lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is totally different. This is IRL right here.
Man, you seeing these kids.
Lamborghini
20,
trucks.
21, 22.
But hold on.
Buying cars back to back
But that's why.
So you as a 22 kid watching one of these videos, and then the ads comes up. And the ad saying, you try live like me, and this is one of these 24, 23-year-old white kids riding in Dubai in Lamborghini talk about, I got here through drop shipping. All you have to do is pay for my class. Or even the most famous guy. Oh, you trying to be a billionaire like me, Andrew Tate? Come and do my Hustle University or whatever he calls it. You had all these impressionable kids sign up for
the guy courses. That almost. I'm gonna be honest with you. The one that almost got me. He didn't get me, but the one that I actually was convinced. At the time was, I forgot his name. His last name was Lopez or something like that.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Where he was making like, cause this when Ass was just like fresh.
Yeah,
Ass just came out, and he talked with a different tone and a different cadence than hey, come check it. He was so, what's the word, charming.
The thing too, and back to my point. He always said, you know how I got here? Knowledge. Books. I keep reading. I read a whole bunch of books. That's how I got here.
So it's different than just
like, oh, he's a smart guy.
But the books is right next to the Lamborghini.
And then you say, oh, he got a Lamborghini and he got books, and so he knows what he's talking about. And this is the trait that they do. Like they say, oh, I got LLC, and you look up LLC. Oh, it's a real thing. Oh, yeah, I got LLC, and then what I did, I got a property in the LLC, and then I just did that over and over again. Now I got a and so you see the car, you see that they drop in knowledge, and then you see that, oh, this is a possibility. Versus like if I say something fake, like, yeah, Yeah, you can make money off of your phone. All you have to do is create an app. It's like, what?
Yeah, or something as simple as, like, this wasn't like, hey, if you give me $500, I should give you a way to do it. It wasn't something like that. No, because that's like kind of like church talk a little bit. Like if you sow a seed of this much, I give you this. He basically like, for free, you can have this.
Yeah.
Because like you gonna click on it, you gonna read it, it's gonna be good, and you be like, oh, he ain't trying to scam me.
Because it's always free
because he gave me this information for free.
Yeah.
So I owe it to him to pay for the real.
Yep. If I want, and then he was like, if those who want to, because this is not, and this is also how they trick people. This is not for everybody. Not everybody's going to be able to get to this point. But if you want more information for those who are serious, keyword serious about, and this is why I feel some type of way about the scammers and the people who are cons, because these are people who are serious, who are willing to put their money be
taking advantage of this, of their life and stuff.
And so that's why I'm like, I can't say everybody's dumb. And you know, but then the issue now becomes, for those who do not know, who do they take advice from? Like who? Like you can say Warren Buffett, but those are people who know.
Exactly.
And so the people you're gonna listen to the most, or who you are keen to listen to, are people that look like you. But it seems like everybody who looks like us turn out to be scammers.
Unfortunately.
So who do we listen to?
They go to school. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you just gotta learn by doing. You gotta learn by doing, man. And guess what? The people that are actually out there, I'm sure there are seminars and things like that that give you knowledge and things of that nature. They get drowned out. The good people that want to do good, they get drowned out.
They're not as flashy. That's
because like you said, to the point, you may have the knowledge, but you may not have the lifestyle. So if you can't pull up, if I see you give all this correct knowledge, but you go outside of your Camry, I'll be like, why he got a Camry? He may not be a car person. He may have a Camry,
Warren
but
Buffett is not a car person.
He may have a Camry, but guess what? He go and live in a nice house, or he may be a person that be like, I like to splurge on vacations. So he may be like, I got a regular house in Randallstown, but really every 3 months I go to. So
Yep.
So it's very hard to see what people's, not vice, but what they want to spend their money on and things like that. But that Lopez guy almost got me because it was the books. He ain't come with the same cadence. He looked kind of what's the word? He ain't look weak, but he ain't look he ain't look too intimidating.
Yeah.
He like he
ain't look like a snake oil.
Yeah.
He looked like a regular guy.
I was like, yo, you got what, 2 Lamborghinis?
Man, Lopez, that was a different time. Man. Ty Lopez, that's a guy. It was on the tip of my tongue. Ty Lopez, man.
My man said, boy, we was fighting for our lives during that time.
Man.
Anything else on this topic? Question: is it a scam? And hear me out before you get quick, and then we out of here. If I see just Kai Cenat or Phantom or Your Rage, just to give respect to those guys, right? If I see Kai Cenat, a streamer, make his millions off of being a streamer, and I'm like, you know what, I want to be like Kai Cenat. I'm going to be a streamer. Did I get scammed without him telling me to do it?
No, because he ain't giving that any money.
Okay.
Now, it's a scam that Kai Cenat said, hey, if you want to be a streamer, but I don't even know if that's a scam. Because he actually done it.
Because Your Rage... Because you know Your Rage would tell people, hey, don't do this.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the best advice you could give anybody.
And he'd be like, because like, but how can you say don't when you live in this big mansion and you like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it takes a different level of work.
You have a $300,000 chain on that you just wearing just for the stream. You're not even wearing it for real.
I was, you know, not to diverge from this topic, but
go ahead.
I was even thinking about this when I was thinking about this topic earlier today.
And quickly, and give me the time just in case.
6:11.
Okay. Fast.
And so I was thinking, like, if I was a business mogul or a real estate mogul or whatever, would I really mentor people? Would I even have time to mentor people?
Yo, are we the problem, bro? No, I ain't say it. Are you the problem? Because I'm like, you said who would know? But
like I'm not willing to like reach back and teach, right? But I'm like, if I'm so busy, do I have time to teach? Like, and then now you have to ask yourself, the people that are making all these courses, how do they have time? Mm-hmm. Why are you taking time out of your day? And they always say, I'm trying to give back. Okay, but your course costs $1,000.
Okay.
How do they have time to do this and have this course and have a team and jump on phone calls and motivate people and say we're trying to build a community of doers? Mm-hmm. If you have all these other things going on, like I never heard of Bill Gates having a mentor, a mentee, or Warren Buffett having mentees, and they might have mentees, but it's not accessible. Yeah. It's not like, hey, join my program, you could be my mentee. It's more like, oh, I like how you're doing things, but hey,
let me take you under my wing.
Let me show you how to really do it.
Yeah.
And I think that would be how I would do it. Like, if somebody's already proven themselves to a certain point.
But you wouldn't shop it.
I wouldn't shop it. And so I'm like, okay. And I would think most people who are actually doing things, like, I'm pretty sure Kai Cenat has coached some people who are coming up.
Maybe.
Who, but it seems
I'll probably say motivate, basically. Like, cause usually during that time, like all this is still new to Kai. So his life is like
But there's probably younger streamers who are doing well.
Yeah,
and he sees that and they reached out and he's like, yeah, this is what I did. Because that's what a lot of these YouTubers do.
But that's the fear that I think is the scam. Because even though he don't feel like he's scamming you, I can tell you exactly what I did, but it may not work for you.
Yes.
And that's why I'm like, if that's the case, if the person give up everything, if a person drop out of college, they're like, I'm gonna be the new Kai Cenat.
That's different. I don't think Kai Cenat is talking to those people.
You don't think? Come on, if Kai Cenat reach out to you,
but he's not going to talk to you if you haven't been doing well. If he sees potential, like for example, if you become a big drummer, you think you're going to mentee drummers?
I don't really have the heart to mentee anybody.
Now let's say you see a talent and you're like, damn, this guy's good, and he's doing well, and you're like, this guy's good. But he need to fix some couple of things. Will you reach out to see? Like,
I'll probably reach out without him reaching out to me first.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think when you get to a certain level of greatness, or when you're at the top of the game, the only time you reach it back is if they're already.
But listen to what I'm saying though. If you already at that level, because it's like, and maybe Kai Cenat's the wrong person to use because he's the top streamer on Twitch and things like that. I think he's number 2, but he's the top to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If someone's already doing good, that means they already making a living off of Twitch. Now, if you just saying, and you want to mentor them, they already doing good. So, like, for example, do you think Kai is mentoring or giving advice to someone who only get 10 views a stream?
No.
But those are the ones that be like, I'm doing this because I want to be the new Kai Cenat. If someone get 5,000 views per stream, they kind of making a living off. Yeah. They don't need to get a 9 to 5. No. You know what I'm saying? But so, kind of offering some type of help to someone who get 5,000 streams. Those are the ones that's basically willing to drop everything because they're like, hey, look, this is already a proven thing for me. It'd be the ones that be like, you know what, Mom? I'm not going to college. I'm gonna be a streamer because Kai Cenat's a streamer. And I watch Kai Cenat, and I'm gonna be like him. They are being scammed, even though Kai's not scamming them himself.
He's
not getting on and saying be a Twitch streamer. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But they being scammed by
not knowing how
hard it is. Like even we talked privately, and you said, "Bruh, being a streamer is probably one of the hardest jobs."
I would never do it. I would never do it. So if I do it, it's not gonna be for 6-7 hours straight.
So I can't even imagine like how can you gain everything from what you do?
Yeah.
And then when somebody asks you, "Hey, how can I do what you do?" and they tell you don't do it, it make it seem like you're gatekeeping in a way.
Yeah.
And that's how your rage, at least in one stream years ago or months ago, said he was like, yo. Like, don't... Because the thing about it, everybody don't know the story. Even though your Rage didn't graduate from college, he only needed a few more credits. He's even still talks about today about going back to college just to finish. But he went to college. But he talks about, first of all, where I was living, I had to rent an office space and stream there. And then I would leave at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go back to my house and things like that. Because you can't scream in and things like that. And he said, and I had to get a job to basically support that. So it's like... I think he says it because he's like, you just think you can land here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, if someone wants the information, do you just be like, don't do it? Or like, is there a way to where they gotta prove it, that they gotta give you?
I think that's probably the best approach, because you never want to be responsible for somebody like even though you're saying Kai and all these other people are responsible for people dropping out of college.
Forget dropping out of college. Like, it's not even an option for some people. Some people are like, oh, I could just be a streamer because I love playing. Yeah. I love playing games. I love doing all this stuff. I am an entertainer. Matter of fact, YouTube. You get what I'm saying?
Cool. So I think for somebody like at that level, there's somebody who also who was an angel investor in Silicon Valley, and he talked about how, like, kids, he would go to colleges and kids would ask him all the time, like, hey, I have this app that I'm working on. Do you think I should drop out of college now? Because Mark Zuckerberg, you have Bill Gates, you have the kid from Snapchat, all these other people who drop out of college and
became billionaires.
And so that was the thing to do back then. And so all these kids were asking, like, hey, I have this app, blah blah blah, and he was like, hey, he used to tell them, hey, yeah, if you want to do it, blah blah, you should go ahead and do it. And then he said he always felt conflicted because probably 99.99% of all those kids fail. And so he said that now he tells them, no, don't do it. Like, it's not worth it. You might as well just get your degree. Your idea will still be around. If somebody does it, you can always do it better. But he said that the kids that still drop out was always going to do it.
So basically, it wasn't hinged on his word.
So it wasn't hinged on his word. And he said, if my word could change them wanting to do it, that they're not built for this industry. So I think the fact that those people are telling him not to do it makes it even more of apparent that they're not scammers. Versus somebody who says, yeah, get into real estate. It's, all you need is an LLC. Yeah. It's easy. Not knowing the hours and the time and even
and people need money to buy houses.
And even saving up for the money and then the risks involved. So after you get the LLC and you buy the house, you either got to renovate it, sell it, or rent it out. And then if you rent it out, you got to maintain it.
And what happened if the nation don't got money?
And then if you buy the wrong house, that the foundation is messed up, or the water heater doesn't work, or you need a new roof, now you need to add more. So it's like all these things that they leave out when they tell you get an LLC and buy a house. So for me, what makes it less of a scam, or not even a scam, is that the fact that they're telling you no. Unless they see, oh, you got to a certain level, I could then tell you, okay, this is what you need to do.
Because if I tell you no, and if you really want to do it, you're going to do it.
When you get to that level where I'm like, oh, okay, you actually got here. Okay, I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made when you got here. But I see that you have told yourself, or proven to yourself, not to me, not to the world, not to your mom, not to your dad, to yourself, that I am supposed to be here. Not just because I want to be like Cosnet, but because I actually like doing this. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to even maneuver in this space now. Which ads to watch out for, who to not talk to, how to set up your business so you have a manager or you have an agency that works with you, and how to get your lawyers. So when you do go, or even better yet, when you want to have a meet and greet, make sure you call the city up and tell them, hey, we get permits. Exactly. like, so these are the things that I think, at a certain level, you start to coach. Because, like, telling somebody at 10 streams, or telling somebody with one property, or someone that wants to get into real estate, you should get into real estate. It's like, if you really want to, you would do it.
And you'll find a way.
Because at that level, it's easy enough.
Meet me at level 20 if you're serious. You know what I'm saying?
You want to invest in stocks, you will buy stocks. It's easy enough to buy some stocks. Now, when you start talking about, oh, I want to do a mutual fund, okay, now you should talk to the big boys.
Yeah, exactly. But as of right now, I'm not gonna be the yes or no of an idea. Anything else, family?
No, I think we covered it.
Man, I think it was a good episode. I feel like I get a lot of clips out of this episode.
Yeah, man.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to It Takes Two show.
It Takes Two, man. Definitely.
We are growing. There's no such thing. There's no individuality. We are under one umbrella. Make sure y'all have a good week. Blessings.